Ladies and gentlemen, Velocity LP has submitted a mystery to us. A very close game. Sure, it could be a very close game, but how so? How is it close? I've seen that title so many times. It could be so many different games. It could be so many different scenarios, and which one amongst the endless sea of possibilities is it? Well, we're about to find out. Let's jump right into the game. Yes. Let's go! Let's me unfreeze the people, and we're live. We have a Jakiro played by the Globalogabalub. Really bad meme that should probably die as soon as it is born. We have Ocular Pat Down playing the Spectre. Okay, that meme is going to be played by the Jakiro. Soy Salt on the Bane. Soy Salt on the Bane. Apoji playing the Dragon Knight, going to head in the mid lane apparently. And we have, hey! Skeksis playing the Weaver. To oppose them, we do have Assi on the Phantom Assassin. Ooh, interesting pick. And yeah, the Shadow Demon with a nice cosmetic is going to be played by Minatosa Kisana. Same time, we have Falfast playing the Underlord, and of course, who's there on the offlane to help him for the time being is a Spirit Breaker played by Bumblebee Tuna in the mid lane. Oh, we have a Lina, mid lane Lina. Hopes high, says he, with the flames. It's interesting because we don't see Linas too often nowadays. They're going to be on the he's going to be on the mid lane. As yeah. There's going to be a mid lane Dragon Knight. There's going to be a Dragon Knight against a DK, and oh, what's this? It's Soy Salt and Ocular Pat Down, already making a bit of a move. They're going to try to steal the rune. Can't they make it? It's going to be a bit of a fight. First charge of the game comes in, and the Bara did not manage to get anything. He did not manage to get the rune, he does not manage to find a kill, and that's going to be Soy Salt that walks away with the gold. So there are 3 runes for the Dire, 1 for the Radiant. Already off to a flying start for these men. Already off to a flying start for the Dire. Off to the best start that you could hope for. Well, actually you could hope for all 4 runes, but that's a bit greedy. That's a tad greedy, and plus I think the Weaver tried as well. Maybe. Well, the Weaver, he's going to be alone against the PA and the Shadow Demon. I think he's going to be alright. I think he's going to be fine. The real action is going to be on the top lane, where Falfast is going to meet Ocular Pack Down, and the Jakiro, he's going to take a lot of damage from that. There might be a Bara to help him, but I think that he's not going to do much until he gets levels. The Bara that has some nice cosmetics, the Choo Choo Train Bara. That's an interesting one. A really interesting one. That's, oh, I forgot a little thing. Oh, no, I've completely forgot about this. Okay, we're good. Fixed. Saved, you could say. Alright, so now all FPS should be optimal. Now, that's Belfast. That is taking a lot of damage. He's sitting comfortably in his Sea of Fire, but there's another kind of fire on him is a Jakiro. Oh, here comes the slow from everyone. The Underlord is going to die probably. He's dead. First blood. Same time at bottom. They get an immediate counter kill on that Weaver. Surprising, considering that I thought that he would have an alright time, but it looks like the Shadow Demon did too much damage. But that's still the first blood going in the hands of the Dire. Well, they did say the game was going to be close, right? But I did not imagine that the first blood would be down to a few milliseconds close. That's another level of close. Mid lane, an interesting matchup that I really want to see so far is getting won by the Dragon Knight. That's interesting. I would have expected the Lina to win the matchup due to the fact that she's the distance hero, that she can just, you know, do a lot of damage with that Dragon Salve, and yeah, just get any kind of CS she wants, but doesn't not feel like she's gonna get it. It looks like the regeneration from the Dragon Knight is gonna nab him the upper hand for now. 5 CS to 9. Same time, top. Do I feel like, yeah, the Spectre is also farming decently. Really decently. She is nabbing the kill, I mean not the kill, she is nabbing the farm, and yeah, the 2 offlaners are not managing to slow her down in the slightest. The one man that is getting shut down a little, however, is the Weaver. He's not finding the farm. Well, I say he's not finding the farm, he's still finding the XP. He is getting a bit more farm than the than his counterpart in the opposing safety offlane. Offlane against offlane that's dropping extremely low. However, he does have a Bara to save his ass. He does have that. Alright, now we're talking back about the bottom lane. We have Haste Skeksis that died once. That is also a lot of trouble, but the fact that he's solo is immediately netting him the advantage. He's gonna get more levels, and a good amount of levels on the Weaver means some good stuff for the future. Now, okay, if this was a tri-lane at the beginning, it looks like it changed. There's one support missing, so that's going to lead to a bit of a change here. The Spectre is going to drop extremely low and has absolutely no regen, unfortunately, because where's the support? The enemy support is going to be on the mid lane. Maybe try to bring the matchup even more in the favor of the DK, but no. His presence is needed at the top lane, so he's going to go back where he belongs. But he's coming back from an odd angle, going to maybe try and get the Spirit Breaker, or Belfast maybe. No, he decides to go on the Spirit Breaker. Maybe the greedier target to go for, but he's going to get charged, and now with the Sea of Fire, the Firestorm, well, it's the Radiant that has to go back as well as the Dire. Well, that's good. That is fair and good for both of them. The Barra dropped extremely low though. Look at this, man. Not a healthy cow. I would not want to eat the steak of that cow. It doesn't look very healthy. Or very hazard safe. Mid lane, Apu J and Hope Thigh are still battling it out, passively. DK still ahead, nothing to be said here. Bottom lane, well, the PA is facing a lot less action than the enemy of Safe Laner, but it's only because she's left to her own device against Weaver that is just happy to just grab the XP, and that's about it. After all, he died once, he is respecting the damage from the Shadow Demon. In fact, there's even a sentry that's going to make sure that any squishy in will be punished quite harshly. Oh, a bit of laughter from the Jack hero. What's up, friend? Why are you so amused? I have no idea. I legitimately do not know. I do know that Belfast is tanking up. They're grabbing the levels at least. That's the good stuff about that Radiant offlane. And that those early hours, they are getting the levels. They are getting what they need for the Underlord. They're also getting some nice levels on the Spirit Breaker, which as a position 4 is always great. They're not dying too often. They only died once. They only fed the first blood. Very fine, very fair for both of them. The Spectre is farming, yes, so they're not shutting her down. That is going to be kind of scary, but she has a long way until she comes online. Unlike the PA, that is one level ahead of the Spectre, and that comes online way earlier. That is not pressured at all, and that is basically free farming. 30 last hits on the board. She is farming really, really well. The DK, however, on the mid lane is the more worrying aspect. While the two lanes are rather even, as far as farm is concerned, the safe laner is matching the safe laner's farm. On the mid lane, it's the DK that's getting a bit ahead. He is getting a bit ahead, but that lead, it is small, but it's starting to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. As I should probably not focus too much about them, because on that bot lane, it looks like the PA and the Shadow Demon are switching gear. They may want to go now. They are going to find the double damage, so maybe it's go time. It is go time, however, on the top lane, as I missed a bit of it. I missed the start of the fight, but I will not miss the kill. Belfast will take down Okolopat down, and that's a big one. All of a sudden, that very quiet game turned into a not so quiet game. Now that the Spectre dies, well, that is going to offset her by quite a lot. I mean, any death on the Spectre is really, really punitive for your team. Because, as I say, the PA comes online way earlier, and now, well, you just bought her a little more time and a little bit of leeway now. If she just dies once, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because now the Spectre is going to be set back by a few seconds, and that is never good. That is never good. Well, it's never good, I do say that, but it's only a few seconds. It's not the end of the world. I make it sound like the end of the world. It could be the end of the world for the Underlord, though. He is dropping low, extremely low, too low. He's dead. And now, well, the Spirit Breaker, he is also in the middle of a sea of pain. He has a charge in 5 seconds. He does not know where to go. He does not know where to look. He probably should be looking at his grave if things continue like this. But he finds a charge at 20 HP. He makes his escape. What a grand escape for that man. From that space cow, from the Barra. The train has reached the train station. Good for him. Good for him. Alright. And that's at least a return kill for the Dire. But that's still really big, because that's also some time in which the Spectre's not farming. And look at this. Now, Belfast. He can actually do a lot of damage on that Spectre now that he has levels. Now that he has level 2 Atrophy Aura. That is extremely worrying for the future. Shadow Demon realizes that he's not needed at bottom, comes at middle, maybe to take down the Dragon Knight. well, the one guy that's going to have to buy time for the Spectre in the mid-game. Can he do it? There's absolutely no leveling disruption, so that's not going to happen. At the same time though, Hopes High does make a bit of a rotation top, immediately cancels it and goes back to her native bot lane. Bot lane, it's a mid lane. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? It's probably the death of Belfast again! And again! That guy, he cannot sustain the heat from the Jakiro and friends. The Spectres also does a lot of damage, no? Banished is the Spectre. Can they get a return kill? Can they? The poison is on the Spectre. 3 charges. They're going to go deep for this, and it's going to be enough? That does so much damage! It's only level 2, but it feels like it's level 99. Because the damage on this is insane! I gotta look at the death recap, because how much damage did he take? 235 magical damage, so that's a lot. That is a lot in the early game. Wow! Well, he was right to commit for it, because that's another big kill. And the PA is still free farming, mind you. But now the Weaver. You forgot about that guy, didn't you? Well, I didn't. He is also farming a bit better now that he's left alone. It's a guy that, yeah, that is going to have to play rather defensively. You look at his items and he already has a Ring of Health. Not the most aggressive of items, really. He does have a Blightstone as well, so he could still go the Desolator route. But we're going to see. Only time will tell if that Weaver will be relevant in the near future. Now, Bane, gonna be attacked on by the Underlord and also Bumblebee, but he already used a charge, so his ammo is going to run out. Nothing else to be said here. This was Vantalion reporting in from the top lane. Back to you, Vantalion. Ah, thank you very much. Now we go back into the mid lane for some breaking news. Nothing is happening, apart from the DK completely dominating the farming session now. He was 10 CS ahead and now he's about, what, 15? Yep, 15. 15 CS ahead. He is way ahead, but it's also in terms of denies that he shines. Level 9 to the level 8 of the Lina. He is getting that lane, and that's good for the DK. He does need that. He absolutely does. Because he's a hero that really loves getting ahead. If he doesn't get ahead, what are you getting? You're getting a DK that's behind, and he's going to be farming for the rest of the game. Whereas now, well, it's going to be a Lina that's still going to be relevant because she doesn't need the biggest of items. But she will have to face the resistance of the DK that won't have to farm the entire game. And oh, what's this? Soy Salt actually dies on the top lane. Alright, Ocular Pat down now. Tries to kill Belfast. Can she actually make it? Oh yes, thanks to that nice ass blast. And now with the Liquid Fire. That's a kill. Kill confirmed. Shut down. They're going to be eating some Underlord meat tonight. What is Underlord even? I should look at his lore to try and explain what he is. So I can say what kind of meat they will be eating tonight. Well, regardless of what kind of meat the Underlord is, it's exotic. Because, yeah, it's not something that you would find at a supermarket. I'm telling you as much. Now, let me take a sip of water. His Kexis find Minatozaki-san on the bottom lane. And oh, well, that's a Spectre also on the bottom lane. They want to take down that Phantom Assassin. The battle of the two carries is on. And it's off. Because they don't want to fight. They don't want to commit to it. Do they? Doesn't feel like they do. They just want to walk out. Continue the farming session. The PA is just gonna farm. The Spectre. Oh, she's already gone. Wonderful. She's already back to the top lane. Alright. Well, that's high skill games for you. You do see that whenever there's a hero that's not needed somewhere, he just goes back where he needs to be. Now, Underlord is gonna try and, yeah, thank a Sea of Fire, a literal Sea of Fire, or is it Bumblebee that's going to be brave enough to face the heat? No, neither of them are going to be brave enough to just run in like that. Or intelligent enough, I would say. I mean, dumb enough to just go in, I guess. Hopes high. How did you get so low, my friend? That's a dragon form committed for the Dragon Knight. And oh, what's this? It's Kexis. Hey, Kexis. That's going to find Hopes High as well as the Shadow Demon. And with the first Laguna Blade of the game, well, Hopes High has high hopes for the future as he takes down the offlaner. That's a good job. Suicide now. May want to get a return kill. Maybe. Top lane. 5-5. Well, no, not into too much trouble. Not as much trouble as Soy Salt. That is even going to get charged for good measure. And that's Hopes High getting a double. 1 free. And 1, yeah, she did have to pay for the other one, didn't she? With a lot of mana. Laguna Blade was committed, the second one was completely free. Not entirely sure what Soy Salt was doing over there, what he was hoping to achieve. Maybe warding, but warding in a war zone is never really the greatest of ideas. Yes, now, Bumblebee 2 now tries to continue putting on the pressure with Hopes High. Apogee, he is going to stun the bristleback, I mean the Threadbreaker. But here comes the charge, but not the charge, here comes the Nether Strike, and with the stun to follow up, as well as that Dragon Salve? Dragon Salve? Yeah, Dragon Slave. As well as the Dragon Slav. Well, there was no way out for that Dragon Knight, really. Under 3, way too deep, dead. That's fate. Look at how much damage he took. Boom! 291 magical damage, and stuns everywhere. That's the fate of that poor guy. Top, more kills, more action. Oculopath down. Doesn't find anyone. Surprising. Oculopath down is out. Alright, even though there were 3 people on her tail, she is out. And I say she because it's a specter. The player's probably male. Actually, who am I to assume people's gender? Oh, I'm a terrible person, aren't I? Oculopath down, huh? Well, okay, he's gonna keep farming, but... Is he ahead in terms of net worth? Doesn't appear so. No, the PA is ahead. The PA is ahead. She did die. Oh, no, she didn't die. She escaped the last assault on her. And oh, what's this? What is this? That's a charge? Where's the train going? Choo-choo. Next station? Nowhere. The train will face some technical difficulties and have to go to repairs. And by repairs, I mean getting more mana, maybe. Or just walking about. There's no Nether Strike after all. Maybe they want to wait, as they don't want to wait on the top lane. They're gonna get a kill right now. As now Oculopath down, that's gonna get another kill. However, that's not going to propel her on top of the net worth. That is going to be a kill now push. They finally get it. They do charge. Well, I was not looking. Ah, to sneaky bastard. They might want to get a return kill on the Lina, though. Liquid Fire comes in. Here comes Oculopath down, but the kill's already done. And that's the end of that assault. For now. And for some reason, well, despite the fact that there's not many heroes on the map, all the remaining heroes are all on the mid lane. There's even going to be the Weaver that comes to join the party. Everyone's on the mid lane. They want to fight early on. Every single lane was vacated. They want to continue putting on the fight. Ah, never mind. People are leaving. The invitees are leaving and going back to farming. Which is wise for the Spectre. She does need to farm after all. And if she can still find a farm, that's going to be problematic. She cannot afford to fall so far behind the PA. So far, it's only a 300 gold difference, but in a game that is said to be extremely close, that could be the difference. That could just be the difference. Whether or not she gets that little item that she needs, or whether or not she doesn't, is probably the key. And oh, Spirit Breaker! You cannot find the station, but you can definitely find the Nether Strike on Soy Salt with the PA to come as well. Jumps in, gets the kill. Now it's glob, whatever. That just is going to get stunned, going to get jumped on. There's enough control, enough damage, and another kill. And wait, says the Dracuro. Why are you all here? He is very, very surprised as to why there's 4 people here. Well, I'm gonna give you the answer. One is that there's a train that is transporting kills, death, and desolation everywhere on the map. Then there's a PA that decided to leave, the only surprising part, and the other 2, they did need to be here, right? Oh, actually, no, the Lina is also here. So that's all the cores here. What is this? What is happening? Soy Salt does have the Fiend's Grip, does not want to use it yet, as now there's going to be a fight. There's going to be the Dragon Knight using Dragon Form, but it won't matter if he's dead. He is dead. Thanks to that Laguna Blade, that's a kill. That's a kill confirmed. Again, by that Radiant squad that are roaming very, very aggressively. I'm not entirely sure that's completely worth it, though. No, because that's... Now you see that, yeah, that's leaving a lot of space for everyone else to farm. You see that? Well, that's Oculopath on farming. He has to walk away, but oh, let me not miss the kill. Let me not miss the kill on that poor support. And maybe on that second support, Jakiro, is he going to die? There's 4 heroes on him, he's slowing everyone down. There's a Weaver on the back lines, but Jakiro is still surviving. The survivor survives, and now it's diving at the tier 2s. Oh no, Tadbar is dead, the Space Cow is dead. And Lassie's now taking a lot of damage. No, it's Belfast attacking the tower. Lassie is somehow surviving, somehow getting all of her health back for some reason. Belfast has to run away, but it's the PA that's going to be the meat of choice for the Dire, or not, because they can't find anyone. They are not going to punish that aggression too much. And what the hell? Well, those people, they have no chill. The Radiant, they want to continue putting on the pressure, even if it means diving tier 2s, while they haven't taken the tier 1 yet. Wow. But that's leaving again the Spectre to farm. And that is not good. You do want to put the pressure on the people that matter. They do take down the support, they do take down the Jakiro, they do take down the Bane, but they always have to run, and those are only supports. And the train, no, he's only going to get into safety station. God, I'm making too many train points. I need to stop. I need to stop. And some people need to start. It's the Dire. The Dire need to be the one to put on the pressure now. As, Weaver. It's gonna drop somewhat low. That Firestorm does a lot of damage. And I don't think the Weaver can defend that tower alone. Someone is pinging that tower. It's a Dragon Knight. They're going to use a fortification, and here comes reinforcement. Alright, here comes the Shadow Demon. He is in a sea of fire. He is going to disrupt himself, but here comes Oculopad down. Can the Shadow Demon get out? No, he's not even going to try to get out now. Alright, here comes the Uber back home. It's going to bring Asi home, maybe? Yes. Going to leave 4 heroes that now are putting on the pressure, that now are taking the upper hand in those fights by being the one to be the aggressor. They're just going to find nothing though, which is the big difference here. The Radiant, whenever they fight, they find 1 support, 2 supports, they dive to get everyone. The Radiant, well, whenever they get gone on, they can just, you know, use Dark Rift and get away, so the dive gets absolutely nothing. You saw it in action now. Well, it should have happened a bit often in the Spirit Breaker. He can also leave the battlefield way earlier. He survived on 20 HP last time he was gone on, so that's a problem. That's a big problem. Hope's High does not have any mobility, but he has a Yules now, so that could be a problem to go on her as, Oculopad down is also dropping too low for comfort. He has to walk away fast. But look what target was just spotted. Fresh Meat would say Pudge, but now Fresh Meat is the Spirit Breaker that has no chill. Is going in ham. He's going Bacon. He's going BLT. He is going to try to charge on Jakiro. No, he is going to try to Nether Strike the Bane. Immediately cancels that, knowing that, yeah, that would be suicide. That man is way wiser than this. However, he's going to try and charge Apogee. Apogee. Will they actually commit for it? Will they? It looks like the charge will come. There's a Nether Strike available. They will use it. Stacking the stun, but now there's no more control. They're even going to use the Laguna Blade. But that guy, that Dragon Knight, he's still alive throughout all of this. But no, he cannot Armlet toggle his way out, as he's also going to claim Oculopad down. Total victory for the Radiant. Total victory for that team for the time being. They do get 400, and yeah, they are offsetting the Dire by a few more minutes now. And look at the net worth chart. Look at what it's saying. Look at what it's telling. It's telling a very distinct story. And that story is the Dire is under a lot of trouble. A lot. Mark my word. It is under a lot of trouble. Bumblebee Tuna. He did charge a lot. Those charges were all successful. I wonder if he can keep up the pace. The one danger that you can find when playing Spirit Breaker is not knowing when to stop. There's a point in which you're going to drop off. Your team is not going to be as powerful as you once thought it was. And the danger is to continue trying to do what you were doing in the early game. I wonder when that point will be. Because so far, it seems like the Radiant is unstoppable. What a charge. It's on the Weaver. Maybe not the target you want. But if they can shut him down before he time-lapse away, they could have killed him. But no. No, not today, friends. Not today. Hope's High? Now? Well, they probably will find him now that he does not have time lapse. But here comes our Oculopad down. They want to fight. Jakiro is in the back lines, and Hope's High will probably die to Oculopad. Not even. It's going to be, however, on the back lines that real action will happen, where they will take down 2. They will take down 3. Hope's High does manage to find the Spectre, but only after all of his friends were dead. Belfast, he has to save the furniture. He does have to save the furniture, but the furniture's walking, and the furniture tries to kill Hope's High. And here they go. And the Underlord, yeah, no, he is going to walk out with Hope's High back to the safety of the spawn. And that entire engagement was chaotic, as I like, well cooked, as I also like, and it favors the Dire that came and decided to turn at the right moment, taking the Radiant by surprise. And by complete surprise, too. I don't think they expected such a strong answer. And the 2 supports that were getting gone on even managed to find 1 kill, 2 kills. Who got the last hit? Yeah, it was the Bane with the Fiend's Grip. That's what happened. That is what happened. Well, at least as a Fiend been committed. Bane, that went for a Blink Dagger. Oh my. Well, I do say that the Dire do lack mobility, so I don't think that's a bad pickup at all. I think that's a pretty good one too. It's to get the catch, to get the nice Fiend Grip, they can be the one to be on the offensive now. The Weaver, he doesn't have any catch though. Although he has a lot of mobility, he can get a kill in. Oh, talking about mobility. The Dire, the Radiant still has a lot of it to work with. They have Bumblebee Tuna. That is charging left, right and center. But same time, Apogee, he has been quiet most of the game. But he's farming. He is farming. He is no longer ahead of that Lina, because Lena's been getting the kill, but he's been quite unassuming. Now he's no longer so quite unassuming, not his body makes a requiem of death, because he's dead. Lena's gonna laugh it out, and that's it. That's the end. Game over. Game over for that Dragon Knight, but don't worry, he is going to be back in a minute. But for Bumblebee Tuna, it's far from being game over. Look at that man, he has even completed Spirit Vessels. Well, okay, that's kind of late, but for a support Barret that has been doing nothing but charging, and that didn't get any kill except one and got 11 assists, that's not too bad. That is not too bad, that's still a very, very big item for him. He's going to be able to heal his team, continue putting on the pressure, the charge will stay strong. The train will not stop until they reach the Ancients. I believe. Oh, I hope. Belfast is late to the party, but they do want to take down that tier 1 tower, because the Spectre, well, she does have her ultimate, so she can get into the fight, but they don't even want to defend that one. They don't. Belfast is gonna scout out any opposition, won't find any. So they're going to keep going. They may want to take down tier 2 tower, now that the PA has completed Battle Fury. Her farm is going to accelerate, but she doesn't even use it for farming. She just uses it for fighting and taking down tower. The Swarm will come in, so that might be the start of something, and that something is just watching as your tower falls, it seems. As, oh no, the Dragon Knight is in the back lines, is invisible thanks to the Shadow Blade, but oh, here comes a Pit of Malice, stopping any kind of ambition from the Dire. They're all grouped up, but can they find the catch? It's all going to be on the Bane, I feel. But no, the deed is done, it's time to say goodbye. The Radiant will walk out. They will Uber everyone except from the poor Spirit Breaker that will have to find another mean of getting to the top lane with the rest of the team. Or does he? Yeah, no, he charges, but he's gonna charge on the mid lane instead. Alright, just getting a few creeps in his belly. Nothing wrong with that if there's a lane empty. Well, there might be something wrong with that if you get found by a Weaver. But a Weaver, yeah, he doesn't have the diffusal. It's queued up, but he's nowhere near it, so he has no catch himself. Nothing he can do. The one catch I do find is on the DK, but he has a Shadow Blade. He cannot have some instant jump. That's a problem. The Spectre has instant jump, but she does not have any control apart from her slow, apart from the Spectral Dagger. That's what I feel the Dire is lacking. But if they get that, oh man, they're going to suffer, the Radiant. They definitely are. And with that Spectre that does manage to find the farm to get the Radiance, well, that's going to be that's going to be big for them. They are not out of this game yet, the Dire. Not out of this game at all. And that is soon to happen. All of that farm will probably pay off. Sure, the net worth might tell a different story. Might tell that, oh, that Lina, she's so far ahead. She has a Bloodstone, she has a Shadow Blade. She is going to kill everyone. Well, that's true for now. But soon, but very, very soon, that story is going to be somewhat, well, it's going to be a bit more red, let's say. It's going to look a lot more dire. No pun intended. That's now Soy Salt will use a Fiend's Grip. He's going to be cancelled, and with the refraction, the Lina is safe for now. But is she going to be safe forever? The same cannot be said for the Bara. A Pit of Malice drops on everyone, but Hope's Eye walks a bit too close to the sun and gets burnt. Alright, and the Dragon Knight also manages to find the cow, not the Space Cow, the Underlord, the Undercow. So that's a 3-for-1. They do lose the Spectre in the process that had completed the Radiance, so that's at least something for them, a big pickup. But the fight's not over yet. The PA is not out of trouble completely. Here comes the Ice Path. Here comes the secondary stun from the DK. Can she get out of there? No, sir! There is no way that girl is safe and sound. She's just dead. That's not what I call safe, but oh, return kill, maybe Laguna Blade is not enough. Apogee walks out with 500 HP, well played at Apogee, with a nice sleep as well to avoid any secondary damage. Soystar comes in, they want to kill down Hope's Eye. Hayslacks is also taking, taking a lot of damage. He had time lapse but didn't use it. Now Hope's Eye is still alive. But it looks like someone died as a Shadow Demon as the tower went down. Ah, never mind. He wants to kill now. He kills the Bane. Soy Salt is dead. Hopes I at least managed to get revenge for the death of the tower of the tier 2. And that is a great fight. Let us drink to that, friends. Water, of course. And drink water, of course. Yeah. Alright. Now, the next part of the plan for the Radiant is to continue putting on the pressure. But you already see, somehow, that the lead of the Radiant is no longer a lead. It's a failing lead. It's a remnant of a lead. It's no longer looking so bright for them. It could be a huge disaster now. They only out 1k gold. They have stabilized it though. Around 2000, about. Well, okay, it hasn't updated yet, but if you look at the little counter over there, it says 1k. 1k gold advantage. That could just go away in one fight. One bad fight, like the fight that you lost earlier on with tower dying, maybe I don't know, a fight on the top taking down that tier 1, and all of a sudden you're no longer ahead. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're very far behind. And with that Radiance completed on the Spectre, that is what I foresee. That is what I foresee in the near future. Because as much as the Radiant are putting on the pressure, or were putting on the pressure until now, I think it's time to put that train to rest. It's time to stop charging and stop trying to go too aggressively. Otherwise, they're going to feel what I call the throw. They're going to feel the power of the throw. They still can take it though. They can still make a lot out of that advantage. The PA, yeah, she does. She is going for a BKB, so that's going to be great for her. That is going to be amazing for her. But the Bane, yeah, well, he's not going to care. He still has a Fiend's Grip that is piercing magic immunity. So that BKB, although it's going to do a lot of things for them, it's going to maybe give them another window of opportunity. The current window of opportunity that they get has been closed, I feel. It has. Oh, no. That's a Bane. Oh, he's actually going to find one of the 2 wards for the Radiant. But he's completely oblivious to the fact that there's a nice little Observer ward here for the Radiant. Which is good for them. They do at least find that everyone is farming. But then again, did you really need a ward to see that? I think everyone that watches the game, even if I shut down the lights, you would have been able to guess that, yeah, the Spectre is farming. Double damage picked up by the Spirit Breaker. Okay, now it might be go time. Now it could be go time. They are going to throw the Pit of Malice. Here comes the Firestorm. Here comes the charge onto 2 catapults for some reason. But here comes the Nether Strike. But now he's in too deep. Bumblebee 2 now. Might be under a lot of trouble. Where's that damage from the Spectre? Here comes the Spectre. And here comes the BKB. Immediately controlled by the Fiend's Grip. But he's dead. And oh, Apogee from the back lines. And oh, not too much going on. Too much going on. But it's deep. But it's Delina that's actually going to get a kill. Apogee now, well, is killing. He's killing fast. He's killing everyone. Everyone's dead on his team though. And that's a complete team wipe for the Radiant. Okay, I was focusing on the Lina. I forgot her name mid-fight. Ah, that is why I'll never get to TI. Or, well, do I even want to go to TI? I don't know. I do know that Assi and Lina, however, are taking down tier 2s off the back of that beautiful fight. Off of that victory. With even a dominated catapult. They are going to do... Well, they're going to do good. They're going to do good for the team. They are going to make their mommy and daddy proud by taking down a tier 3 now. Okay, alright. Well, they do know that their window of opportunity is closing fast. So, what do you get? You do want to take down Tozrax ASAP. MLP, whoever used fortification, fuck my life. Really? There's someone to use fortification? Oh yeah. I'm not entirely sure we used it. Oh, but Delina, well, she might want to bet a bit too much on the window of opportunity being still open. But that's not going to get Rax though. And it's a melee one too. So, 1 lane of Rax and a half. Because the range barracks is... No, actually, it's half a Rax. What am I talking about? Jesus. All of that fight has put my brain to rest, it seems. Well, thank God I'm not casting professionally quite yet. That would have been quite the laughing stock for the chat. Okay, enough mumbling around in the corner, more about the game. Enough about me, it's about them. The show is it's never about the guy talking about it, it's never about the storyteller, it's about the story itself. Ocular Pat Down and friends are now all grouped up, and they want to fight. They want to. They know that it's getting kind of dangerous for them. They're in the danger zone now because losing fights has a disastrous impact. They lost a lane of Rex. They're not out of the game completely because now they could win the fights. But Bumblebee Tuna is dead. I didn't think it would have been enough to kill him, but it was. It clearly was enough to kill him. And now, well, they're looking at tier 2, they're looking at revenge, but they're not having time to take tier 2s. They have to defend their tier 3s. They do know that their time is running out, the Radiant, so they're going all in on that tower, all in on the Radiants, all in on the building. Here comes the Macropire, but the BKB is already out for the PL, but for the PA, but no, the PA, she's getting controlled, but oh, the Uber's out, but it did leave a few behind, and it did leave Ocular Pat down to almost be dead. Wow. Don't get too zealous, friend. Don't get too zealous, and at the same time, what the hell? Oh, they keep on fighting at the bottom lane. They keep on fighting Belfast. Is going to die. Apogee, well, he did not want to give up on his objective. He thought that his friends would have been enough. Here comes Lina to try and save the day. But can she save the day? Tess will back on the Underlord. Oh, but Lina might just be dead before that. No, she heals herself. Here comes the train. Choo-choo! Choo-choo. Hope Tai is still alive for now. Apogee is not. Too greedy, and he's got punished. Skeksis, well, he's still getting chased, but there's no Nether Strike to work with. So they are going to be forced, yeah, to just give up on trying to get a Sanctuary kill, but at least, well, they did trade towers. They got a tier 3 tower at top, right there, but they lost a tier 3 tower at bottom, right there. Good job, everyone. You are entertaining the guests, if there were any guests. And by guests, I mean people currently watching this. You have done well. You have done excellently. That was a beautiful fight, but, not entirely sure what the Dragon Knight was doing so far behind there. Not entirely certain. Now, hey Skeksis. Oh, no, now he might be the one in trouble. There's still an urn charge, but there's a time lapse. He knew, but he is going to put the sentry there, and he's actually going to use the last urn charge on him. Well, it's a vessel charge. They are still trying to chase. They are going to charge him, and there's no friends for that guy. No, there's a Squishy, and that's his only friend. But one thing that is not exactly his friend is the Laguna Blade. That is going to basically add another set of blood charge to the Bloodstone collection. I say a set, but it's only a set of one. It's just going to add one more to that Bloodstone, which is great, but it's not as big as, say, a Bloodstone on a Storm. Sure, it's going to give him a lot of mana to work with, but it won't give... she is mana dependent, but she cannot spam her spell as much as, yeah, a Storm or Shadowfane or someone else that could have used his spells a bit more aggressively, but now she does need an Octarine if she wants to use it to the maximum of efficiency. But it's not about the Lina, I believe. It's more about the team effort, the coordination of these fine people, these fine gentlemen, to try and take down the enemy. Now, with the Roshan, they've added a few more minutes to their lifetime, to their lifespan. And in that lifespan, they're going to do a carnage onto those buildings, I do believe, or at least they're going to try. Now, they're running down mid. They are ready. They're not, actually. The Shadow Demon is not there. But they're ready nonetheless. They don't care about him. He's a support. Supports are lowly peasants. I'm saying this as a support player myself. What is wrong with me? But, maybe it's all the Radiant that's lowly peasants, because they have to face the castle. There are lowly peasants enrolled in a takedown of a castle. And yeah, that could happen because those are some really well-armed peasants. You see now that the PA with BKB, you already see I thought that, but now she has an ultimate arm to work with. Enough about item, more about the fight. Belfast is now stuck in a sea of ice and fire. But it doesn't matter. Bumblebee is still going to fight. They're going to try to take down the Weaver. Actually, they managed to take him. Now it's a Jakiro that could be under trouble. He is the target by Assy. Assy immediately switched gears. Wants a bigger target. He wants a Spectre, but he's not going to get it. The Bara are now going to do a lot of damage. They switch the target. They are going to try and take down the support. They will get him, but that is going to cost them the Aegis and the Bara. Now, they're going to try to take down Apogee. They will probably get him because he's dropping extremely low. He's dead. He is dead. Now, it's yeah, it's a 2-for-1 because of the buybacks. Which would say took tank 3, but here comes one. Here comes Octio Bat down at half HP. Trying to take down, but she's alone. She's alone. Can she actually get out? Can she actually take down Assy? Assy has currently more health. Assy is currently more health. He's attacking the Spectre, but oh, nice Greaves to making Assy not kill the Spectre, and it's Assy to die. Hope's High now is going to try and fight. Can they actually take down anyone? Ocular Backdown goes back in. No chill on that, man. Belfast is still working on that tower. They want objectives. They don't want kills. As now, well, they're actually going to take a tier 3 and now they're going to walk out. They are going to walk out, but are they going to be able to do that before Hope's High goes out? They will not take him down. They are going to leave to the fountain. And another fight that has gone, well, it's been somewhat even, hasn't it? They forced a few buybacks, but really, how can I say it's even when they took down the last tier 3 tower standing for the Radiant, for the Dire? It's a disaster for the Dire. They're holding on, but now they're holding on by a thin thread. It's not looking too bright for them at the moment. But, oh, no, don't throw this, friends. Do not throw this. Belfast. Well, he's farming the enemy jungle with no chill, no support. Oh, no, never mind. Reinforcements are on the way. Reinforcements are underway. No. Hope's High and Falfast are now looking to finish the job. Okay. I keep on talking as if there's a timer over everyone's head on the Radiant. It's true, there is. However, if you can still win the fight despite that timer running out, well, it's good, but I'm starting to feel like it's getting harder and harder for these people to actually get anything. To actually get the fight, to actually get the blood pumping, and to win the fights. Can they? What can they do? What can they do? They're going to scan, they're going to reveal the Radiant heroes. It feels like the Radiant is waiting for the Necroshan at the moment. I think they're going the safe route. They know they have a death timer above their head, as I said for the 27th time now, but they don't want to die. The objective is to use the death timer to the best of their efficiency to just, you know, go in, go ham, end the game. Yes, that's the plan. The plan is not to sacrifice yourself and to just get killed, as the Underlord will demonstrate at the moment, because he got in alone, got a bit too far, and now he's dead. Don't do this, that's not the plan. The plan is not for you to die and give a fighting chance for the Spectre that now has a Heart of Tarask, and he's going for a BKB. No, that's not the plan. That is not what you want, and that man doesn't have buyback neither, so he cannot join the fight. That bit of malice is what's the key to winning the fights previously. And now they no longer have it. They no longer have it, and now, well, the Dire, they're going to try to be on the offensive now. Are they? Bane? No, he gets shut down easily. It's easy peasy, don't even need to squeeze the lemon. The fight keeps on happening, and Apogee this time it's the target of choice from the Radiant. He's going to die. But the Shadow Demon also died. He drops the Gem of True Sight, but here comes the Spectre. Here comes the Spectre with the Radiance, does a lot of damage, trying to take down AC. No, they try to take down the Lina first. That is their route, and with that Gem of True Sight being picked up, it's unfortunate, but she is dead. And she feeds 1,000 gold! My god! It's been a long time since I've seen so much gold being fed by a single person. Blah. I don't know how to talk anymore. Ocular pat down. Well, with that Heart of Tarask now. That's the point, I feel, in which the Dire can turn things around. I've been saying it the entire game. I'm not going to be proven wrong today. I am not going to be proven wrong today, I feel. Because if I had an analyst, he could just say, "Hey, Vantalion, you are full of shit. Shut up and let me talk. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works." Unfortunately, that man does not exist. So, you're gonna have to make do with my assumption that the Dire did need just the item, and then they would have been vastly superior. And to getting the items, so now they should be vastly superior. Well, vastly is a big word. A really big word that you probably should not use, and not... Okay, maybe that analysis is wrong if they decide to go in one by one. So far, doesn't appear to be the case. They are just grouping up. You see that Ocular Backdown is always with Haze Kexis. So, yeah, now we wait. Now, for us, the next part of the plan is waiting. We wait for them to group up, we wait for them to try to find the engagement, and once they do, once they manage to find the engagement, that's when shit goes down, and the key is if they can actually get damage done. If the Spectre can find the targets, that's the diet that dies. If she gets controlled earlier on, well, oh, here it comes, here it comes. This time it's the Radiant that's completely isolated. Here comes the Fiend Crypts on the Shadow Demon, but the Shadow Demon is still alive somehow in the diffraction, but he is still dead. He is still going to die. Now here comes 1v2 now, wanting to counter-engage, and yeah, now here comes the Uber Lord, but not before not before Bumblebee Tuna dies. Ace Kexi, however, is going to be brought, no, actually. He is going to have to go to the top lane. It's Assy and Hope's Height that are going to try to take down Okulpadon, but still alive despite tanking a Laguna Blade to the face, but he still dies. He bites back immediately, and not so much superior if he's alone, right? Assy tries to take down Okulpadon going ham, but he does not have anything to stop the evasion, and now he goes down thanks to Ace Kexis. AC now does have buyback, but does not have BOTs, and now it's Hope's Height that has to get out of here, and fast. Belfast does have BOTs as well. He's going to try to use it. Can they actually find him? They can. They did not have any form of flash stuns, so that's going to be it. Meanwhile, Hope's Height is going to try and rat. Is she actually going to manage to do it? She did it once, but she grows wiser this time. She knows that she cannot finish that Rex before dying, so that entire move was pointless. She walks herself out, and Jesus Lord, you are a scumbag, says the Jack hero. Well, not really a scumbag. I think it's just that she understood the game very well. She understood how the game is supposed to go. If the game drags on for too long, the Spectre is unstoppable. And there's not just the Spectre to worry about, there's also the Dragon Knight. The Weaver is a bit less scary, but he is also doing a lot of damage. I mean, he drops down hard, but we're not at drop out point yet. We're at full control mode, we're at full damage, the power levels are still rising. And talking about the Weaver, he's not in the fight, that might be bad for the Dire, but Apuji is here. But the Spectre's dropping so low, too dead. Those people are too deadly, but Apuji is also deadly. He picked up a double damage. Yeah, of course that man is deadly, but they did find the Spectre. It's a bigger kill. Meanwhile, oh no, it looks like the Lina was trying to ride, but she's gonna get a Fiend's Grip to the face, and Ace Kexis is not going to try to take him down. He will take him down easy peasy, no need to squeeze the lemons when you have that much damage. Weaver? Alright, he took the damage, he took another kill. Actually, no, it's a Jakiro that takes the kill. He has a Naganim, so that Macro Pyre. That Macropie does a lot of damage as he taunts. Die, you 5-foot pile of human shit! Very, very angry, apparently. Or very, very amused by the death of that Lina, which will make me do that line once more in a more amused fashion, like, die, you 5-foot pile of human shit! It did not sound very funny, did it? It's really salt concentrated inside a few words. Hey, did I just run out of water? I didn't.
Double damage.
No, I did. Fuck me. I don't want to pause this game. I don't want to pause this game to get water. It's too interesting. Fall fast. Now finds Haze Sexus with a double damage. Why is there so many double damage today? Too many, and Soy Salt is going to put the Nightmare on the Underlord, but it's going to be cancelled, but he's in the middle of a forest. Not the best place for visibility. The Swarm is going to give a bit of visibility with that Crimson God. However, he is extremely tanky. But tank does not matter if you are isolated. But being isolated does not matter if you can juke everyone out like this. But he's going to throw the Pit of Malice, but you can juke out forever, sir. You cannot. There were some reinforcements that were coming, but the reinforcements were small and few. It was a Shadow Demon, alone with also a Negative Scepter. Oh, but he's going to cancel the TP, so he won't be there in the fight, because Hope's High is trying to look. Soy Salt will find him in a half. He will find him, but he's going to miss the stun. Soy Salt, he's going to put, not himself to sleep, but he's going to put a Fiend's Grip in the middle of a Macro Pyre with a Negative Scepter. Too much damage, the two supports working together, hand in hand. And again, die, bitch, says the hero. Die, you fucking bitch-ass fucking cunt. Yep, he's not amused, he is mad. He is extremely mad. Meanwhile, Assy finds an Aghanim Scepter as well as a Lincoln Sphere. More items in her belly. But, well, she just does have a cheese as well, so at least that's something. However, I'm starting to feel like the Radiant is falling apart. Falling apart. Why? Do I need to explain myself any further? Do I? If I had to, I would say that, yeah, I've been saying it for the past 30 minutes now, but whenever you hit that late game, whenever you hit 50 minutes with a Spectre around, and you go in one by one like this, what do you expect to happen? What are you expecting? They are trying to pull the attention of everyone away from a 5v5 match, because the 5v5 team fight, sorry, but they're not finding it. They are not finding it. They're not finding any target to pick off alone. Whenever you see that Delina's around over there, she cannot take down the buildings because they got big enough so they can manhandle anyone 2 versus 2, or 1 versus 1. So they don't need to get their attention pulled. They can afford to get their attention pulled because that's leaving them, well, more farming space. And not only that, that's also giving them kills. So yeah, that's leaving them lanes to farm, that's leaving them kills. That strategy is not working at all for the Radiant because the counter strategy is very much deadly. And that is worrying. Now, wait, why is Thunderlord walking like this? It looks like he is in pain or something. Maybe he has some back problems, I don't know. Hope side, no, there you go, now they find, now they decide to group up. This is the fight to end them all, but it might be too late. Okay, the macro pile comes in, the ice blast as well, I mean not the ice blast, but oh, the damage from the PA, too much trouble, too much damage. But oh, the Spirit Breaker's dropping extremely low. Can they actually finish the job? They can. The Spectre is dead and has no buyback, unfortunately for her. Oh wow, alright. Now, it's the DK that has to fight. The PA uses the acronyms, I mean not the acronyms, uses the Aegis to the best of the benefit. The raid boss is here, however, the Dragon Knight with the BKB does a lot of damage. Hopes high. Well, here comes the Weaver as well. They're trying to finish the job. The Underlord. Alright, well, they had this under control, the Dire, but no longer they do. But the Phantom Assassin dropping extremely low, extremely deep. She is going way too deep. She's isolated. She's dead. And at the same time, they do find a kill on the Shadow Demon. It all went south, but at the same time, they're ratting. The Underlord is trying to get the racks. They did manage to find the racks bot. Can they finish the job? Does not appear like they can. The Bowman's gonna be isolated, unable to finish the job. And they're all dead. It cost them a few buybacks. But everyone on the side of the Dire is not dead. It's everyone on the side of the Radiant that's dead. And with this, with that fight lost, although it was extremely close, way too close than I thought it would ever be. After all, I forgot the title of this video. I forgot the title given by the submitter. It is an extremely close game after all. And yeah, he didn't lie. It is close. It is way too close. Now, with everyone dead, with the Space Core respawning in 1 second, with Alina respawning in 16 seconds, can they actually transition this into everything? They have to throw everything they have at the wall and try to break it. Can they do it? They have to go straight for the throne. There's no other way. There's buyback on the Piedo, and there's going to be a buyback on the Underlord Hughes right now. Or Hughes right now. No? 2 now. It's gonna try and charge, delay the inevitable. Oh, but no, trying to go on the Weaver, and they have death, and they have hell. And no, the Dire cannot lose now. They cannot throw this away. There's no Spectre around, and she doesn't have the ultimate, but the Raid Boss is still strong. The Raid Boss is gonna try and die, but the Weaver dies as well with no buyback. Can they hold this? Can they hold the line without them? Even if the Dragon Knight dies now, this could just be over. Here comes the Spectre, but it's a desperate attempt. It is a desperate attempt, but she's still alive though! He does the trick, he does the damage. He's even going to take down Hope's High in his wake, in his death. Yes, Ocular Metal is going to take down in what? Does Ocular Pat down? Oh, but here comes Bane, comes back. He wasn't included in the fight. Is the reinforcement that they need? Okay, Minazuki Sota is going to maybe die. Not really, it's Bane that just walks away, kind of discoordinated with his Spectre, and he's dead. Now it's Ocular Pat down that has to walk away, does not have BOTs, has the TP scroll, and yeah, and look at that line, it's pretty clean, it's pretty quick, and now they want to finish the game. They want to take down either the last racks or the tier 4s, but oh, the fact that they're completely not on the same page is going to lead to the death of one. But the PA does so much damage, it kills that support. They didn't have the sustain. Subject Hero says I'll chat a bit more, buddy, says Hopes High. Subject Hero, they want to counter the trash talk. They don't want to be left off in any regard. But oh, it's not over yet. Apuji is not trying to take down the PA. I can see her, but I can't see her at all because she's dead. Get that L and fuck right off. Stop the trash talk. Fight more. Belfast. Well, now he's into trouble, but there's Megas, and the base is dropping down. The Ancient's exposed. Belfast, well, he's dead. No, alive. He's out. He is very much alive. Ain't over yet, you talentless hack. Well, I don't think it's over yet, but I think that, yeah, the Radiants may just have done it there. Against all odds. Well, not against all odds. I never said once that they... Oh, good advice, Hopes High. It is an excellent advice. I will take that to, well, to the letter. I will just take that to the letter. And what was I saying before she interrupted me? Yeah, I mean, the Radiant now, with Megas, it's going to be extremely hard for the Dire to do anything. You know how it is when there's Mega creeps. You can try, but that's all you can do, generally. You cannot put back a fight, you have to put always one hero to defend the base. And who are you going to put back? Is it going to be the Weaver? Possibly. But he's one of your main cannon against that Radiant squad. One of your main damage. And why did Spect dealt Radiance into me? Oh, that's a good question, actually. A really good question. A really good question also is who's gonna win the next team fight. Banished is the DK. Here comes the BKB. Here comes the Dragon Form. They're going to try to take down the Shadow Demon. Here it comes. Now Belfast is going to be the next target. But Hopes High has eyes on some other people. Or does she? She is hesitating whether or not she wants to fight or not. Team fight is now divided into two. Now we have the Underlord that is dropping low, but he's too tanky. He's going to TP out. Now the real question is, can they actually find that Lina? They cannot. As meanwhile, well, the Ancient is exposed again. The one of the last filler building is going to die, but oh, Assi was in the middle of those creeps. I could not see you before. I still won't be able to see you now because you're in the middle of creeps. But now that Assi is out of the fray, I can see her. Ancient still taking damage. It's not over, but it certainly feels like it. Or does it? Does it feel like it, people? Does it feel like it's over? I don't feel like it's over. It's never over till it's over, right? And that story has an ending, but that ending could be a glorious comeback from the Dire. Well, comeback. They're not exactly behind, but it could they're against Mega Creeps. It could be a victory against Mega Creeps. It could be a glorious ending, or it could be the hammer brought down on those Dire people. As now the fight will break out. Here comes the Spirit Breaker, tries to stun the Spectre, but too tanky. Here comes the Macropire, does a lot of damage, but the Spectre dropping too low. Alright, the Spirit Breaker's dead, and the Spectre dies as well. The PA, now he's trying to run away, but here comes the buyback from the Spectre. Oh, the Underlord is too tanky, but he's going to die anyway, as he's going to try to jump into the fray. Tries to get a great into the Uber, but the Uber has been destroyed with a bazooka, with a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher being called the no, not Jakiro, it's the Dragon Knight. The Sword of the Dragon Knight will take down the Uberlord. As now, well, they do not, they haven't won exactly, because there's still a buyback on the P8, there's still a buyback on the Lina, and everyone's back in 1 minute and a half. And I don't think you can get to the Ancient in a minute and a half. Now is the hardest spot for the Dire. The hardest spot yet for the Dire. Can they actually, 1, hold the line, 2, push back the line until the enemy Ancient is dead? Let's find out. Let us find out. Because so far, well, the lone man in the house, the Shadow Demon, he is gonna have to sustain a bit of fire if the fire gets to him. And I'm not entirely sure he has what he needs to fight. Because 1 versus 5, maybe it would be wise for him to give up a State of Rax. After all, there's Megas on the line. He's going to put some poison. Alright, well, that's one way to delay things, but he should not be caught. He should not be caught. As they want to head straight for the throne, the Dire. They're going to try and go, but at the same time, however, Soulstar... Okay, Soulstar there, so they won't have him for the fight. They won't have one of the main tool of control. Alright, they're going to try and take down that tier 4, but here comes Bumblebee, going to try to take down the Jakiro before he can put the Macropire. He does not want to put the Macropire yet. Here comes the Dragon Knight with the BKB, gonna take down the Bara with no buyback. Okay, the BKB goes out for the Dragon Knight, but are they going to hit the Ancient? What? Are they going to take it? Are they actually going to take it down? They are hitting the Ancient, alright? It's dropping too low, 300 HP, 60 HP, dead! What's up? What is up? Says the Jakiro. Noobs, says the Spectre. Dire victory. And that is the end of that book. It ends on a dire victory. And what a victory it was, against Mega Creeps, against all odds. They have hit their timing. They have held until they were no longer be able to be stopped. Although they were getting brought down in some of these fights, they still managed to push back everyone until the Ancient. They didn't even need to win the fights, they just needed to hold the line, and then boom, 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 we go to the Ancient and we kill it. It looked very straightforward if you only watched the last 30 seconds, but before that, the rest of this game was insane. Just insanity. It was a back and forth of hell. Let's look at the graph. It's telling me exactly what I wanted to hear and see. It went up for the Radiant. That's where the first actions of the game happened. Then it dropped down a little, but then it went back up, back down, 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 up and down, up and down. Then the mega creep happened, but then they lost the fights that they didn't need, that they needed to win, basically, to win the game they were so close and yet so far at this point. And now, after that, they tried one last time, but then the buybacks happened, and then it was all over. And that's it. That's all there is to be said. We can close the book and wait for the sequel. That's it. I could basically drop the mic right now if it wasn't being held by something physical that is not my hand. So I'm just going to sign off now. This was a wonderful game. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. No, not that one, that one. Great. That was Vantalion signing out.